She saved 40 lives with a nightmare. My 9-year-old daughter pulled the emergency brake on a moving school bus and saved everyone from dying. It happened on a Thursday morning during the 4th grade field trip to the Natural History Museum. I wasn't on the bus, but I got the call an hour after it all went down. I didn't believe it at first. How could I? But what Sophia did, what she saw, changed everything. The bus had been full of chatter and excitement, 40 kids bouncing in their seats, lunchboxes clanking, parents laughing with teachers, everyone ready for a day of dinosaur bones and planetarium shows. Then, without warning, the emergency brake screeched. The bus jerked so hard half the kids were thrown forward. Some hit seats, others screamed. Mr. Rodriguez, the driver, barely kept control. The wheels locked and skidded along the shoulder of Highway 15. The bus finally stopped, just 150 feet from the Millbrook Bridge. "What the hell are you doing?" Mr. Rodriguez yelled. Sophia was standing in the aisle, gripping the red emergency handle, shaking, eyes wide. "The bridge is going to collapse," she said, tears running down her face. "I saw it last night. In my dream, the other kids stared at her like she'd lost her mind. Parents muttered about her needing help. Mr. Rodriguez was already calling the school, reporting a behavioral issue with a student. Then Sophia pulled out her sketchbook. Page after page of terrifyingly detailed drawings. Our yellow bus falling through a broken bridge. Stick figure kids trapped underwater. She'd drawn the blue steel arches of the Millbrook Bridge exactly. Even included the plaque that read, "Millbrook Crossing, Est 1959. It wasn't just the art. Sophia had written timestamps beneath each sketch. 11:23 a.m. Bus enters bridge. 11:24 a.m. Loud cracking from cables. 11:25 a.m. Center span drops. 11:26 a.m. Bus falls into river. She'd written it at 2:30 a.m., hours before the field trip. Everyone was still trying to figure out what to say when it started. A low metallic groan. A kind of humming scream, like steel cables being pulled to their limits. People stopped talking. Kids pressed against the windows. Then came the delivery truck. It was halfway across the bridge when the driver suddenly hit the gas. Hard. He must have felt it too. The truck surged forward, barely reaching solid ground. And then, the bridge collapsed. The center span dropped into the river in a roar of splintering concrete and twisted rebar. Steel snapped like dry twigs. Water exploded into the air. Pieces of the bridge disappeared beneath the surface. The bus was still, silent. 40 kids, 7 adults, all staring at the place where they would have died. Mr. Rodriguez turned around slowly. How did you know?" he whispered. Sophia didn't have an answer. "I've had the same dream 4 nights in a row," she said. "It always ended the same way. Nobody believed me. And everyone drowned. Emergency services arrived within minutes. News crews followed, interviews, flashing cameras, microphones in Sophia's face. They asked how she'd known. She held up her sketchbook. I saw the bad thing before it happened. She became a local hero overnight. Newspapers called her the girl who saw the collapse. Reporters camped outside our house for days. But Sophia didn't feel like a hero. She started having panic attacks every time she saw a school bus, refused to ride them. We had to drive her ourselves, every morning and every afternoon. She was terrified that next time, she'd see something worse, and no one would believe her again. The school brought in counselors, tried to help, but Sophia kept saying the same thing. I don't want to see the bad things. I just want to be normal. The bridge investigation confirmed everything. Years of deferred maintenance, cracks in the foundation. Recent ice storms had weakened the support cables. Engineers said the collapse was inevitable, but Sophia had stopped the bus. Had she not pulled that brake, it would have been the worst school transportation disaster in state history. 6 months later, the governor gave her a medal. They made a whole ceremony at the state capitol. Cameras, speeches, a standing ovation. Sophia accepted it politely, but later that night, she told me she didn't want any more dreams. That if she had the choice, she'd rather have just gone to the museum like a normal kid. "I don't want to be the girl who sees disasters," she whispered. "I just want to be a kid." I didn't know what to say, but I knew one thing for sure. 40 families had their kids home that night because of my daughter's dream.